Hello friends, hope you are all fine and awesome and hope you are enjoying the series. Today we are gonna learn about CSS navigation bar, how we can create custom nav bar, and we will also make vertical bar or sidebar and make it and fixed it so you can scroll, but the nav bar will always stick to your content. So it is super duper cool. So don't worry if you don't know about CSS, this series is for you. And one more thing, if you are not subscribed to this channel, so please do subscribe to this channel for latest updates and videos if you love programming. And then another thing that I love to see you for supporting this channel by watching and discussing topics here. So you should discuss topic here, you should ask me questions, so I will answer you. I will make videos, I will answer you there in the comments box, in you can say in reply section. So let's do it friends. So first of all, I'm gonna make a simple nav bar and then I will take it to next level. And so let's do some work with some basic markup. So this is my simple you can say, what can I say, this is my simple desktop, and I'm going to create a folder here, set it name is as navigation, and I'm going to open it. Then I'm going to open this folder with VS Code editor. It's simple editor that is used for editing text, or not text actually, it is used for editing codes, and this is very powerful editor and very lightweight editor. So I prefer all programmers to work on it. If you don't or if they are not feeling comfortable with it, you can use Sublime, Atom, whatever you want. So if you don't know about HTML markup, so then I will put the link of complete HTML series for dummies, so you can watch those series. And I will also put the series in suggestion tab and description also. So first of all, I'm going to make a file here, index.html, and I'm going to make another file with style.css. So first of all, I'm going to markup, set this boilerplate, and then I'm going to write a markup for my navigation bar. So I can say that is navigation bar. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to use the list here. So you can use order list or another list, it's totally up to you, because we don't concern with the markup of the list item. We will remove the markup of list items. Okay, so now I'm going to put li, and inside li I'm going to put a, and once I enter, you can see this thing. Now I'm going to say this is my home, and then I'm just make some duplicates of it, and then I'm just write some other things, home, news, about, contact. So once I open it, now it's looking great. This is a simple navigation bar that is with HTML only. So now we are going to add some styles using CSS. So let's dive into CSS page. So this is my CSS file. So first of all, I'm going to set my URL, and then I'm going to use list style to none. You can use list style or list style dash, I think so, type. Yes, both work the same. So I am using list style only. So it will actually remove your markup from here. So actually it should remove the markup. So it is not removing the markup by just putting list style here. So That's very bad news. Okay, actually I have to link the CSS file here. Okay, now once you refresh this page, you can see the list style, the markup is not here anymore. So next thing, what can I do? Yes, I can set it a background color to black, and I'm going to make it a light black color. That will look like something this, so it will won't hurt your eyes too much. Okay, another thing that I can do is I can reset my CSS file with setting the margin to 0 and then padding to 0 and box sizing to border box. Once you refresh this, you can see the margin and extra paddings are getting cut out of my web page. So I'm going to close this file, this folder, and yeah, here. Another thing that I'm going to actually I want to these 3 or 4 elements or you can say items, I want to make it in one line. How I can do this? I'm going to do it with flexbox. Usually people do it with display inline, but I'm using flexbox here. So you can see it becomes in one line, but it's not looking good. So I'm going to set it a padding on li of padding to 10 pixel. I'm choosing a random padding. You can play with the padding. So this is 10 pixel. Okay, it's perfectly fine. Another thing that I want to set the color of my anchor tags to white. So I'm going to type white here, and as you can see, it is appearing. Now it's look great. One thing that here is the underline, and I don't want this underline here anymore. So I can use text decoration to none. So it will remove this underline. So actually it's almost complete. Okay, next thing is, what next? Yeah, the next thing is I want to set the hover, not hover, actually it's hover, yes, and I want to set its background to black, and that's fine. Refresh it. Once I hover it, you can see a simple black color is appearing, but it's very small, you can't see it. If I change it to yellow, maybe you can see the color. Okay, it's not working. Yeah, you can see the background is changing, but it is not changing completely. So how can I fix this problem? I want to fix from here to here. So it's very simple. I can set a padding here, same the padding that I gave to li. Once I refresh and once I hover, you can see it is now looking cool. Another thing that I can set a color here to black, and now you can see this thing. Isn't it cool? Yeah, I think it's cool. One more thing that I want to set its font family. So I'm writing it here because it will set to on every. It will set this font on every element. So now this navbar is looking great. Yeah, actually it's very looking great. So let's make some more cool effect on this thing. So how can I make it more nice? So for this purpose, I'm going to use I'm going to use before element here, where I'm going to use it on li a before. yes, like this. I'm going to write a content and set it like this. Refresh it, nothing is changed. Okay, totally fine. If I write something here, refresh, now you can see it's coming here on every element. Now that's great, but I don't want this. I want a line here on the top of it. So I can say that display here to block, and another thing that I want to set its width to 20 pixel, maybe 20 pixel is enough, maybe, yeah, it's enough. And height, and I want to set it to 2 pixel. Then I'm going to, let me show you first what it looks like. Nothing is changed, but it will change. Yeah, it will change. And one more thing, if I set this block to inline, how it looks like, I think so it's good. And one more thing, that I'm going to set a background color to white. Wow, it is not appearing. Okay, don't worry, we will make it appear. And I'm going to set a back top here to let's space 5 pixel from top. Okay, so I set this property. One more thing that I have to set is position. That's why it's not working. Position absolute. Once I refresh, now you can see lines here, so it is looking great. And I don't want this one here. I'm going to remove it from here. So I want to remove it from here. Yeah. Now another thing that I want to do, I want to set a position relative to my LIA. Okay, LIA. So what will it do? Actually, it will work this before element will work according to this A tag. So you don't have to worry about positioning anymore. Once I refresh it, now it's fine, totally fine. And then what can I do next? Okay, I want to set it hover here, LIA. Then I want to set a hover on before, and I want to set the width here to 100%. Refresh it. Now you can see, once I hovering on this, you can see a line that is coming good. Okay, what would be next? Okay, now I'm going to set a padding on my allies to 10 pixels from top and bottom and 20 pixels from left and right. Refresh it. Now it's looking good, it having more space. And what could I do next? I can also set padding here on my A to 0 from here. So now you can see it is looking good. It is actually the line is actually covering the whole A. If I remove it and refresh it, now you can see the line is coming here to here, and it is not good. I want to just add the last letter. I want this line on this last letter, so I have to make sure that I put 0 so it will remove the padding from left and right, so it looks good, but it is not smoothly working, so I have to give a transition here, transition of maybe 0.5 seconds on my LIA, refresh it, and actually it's not working. Okay, no problem, I'm gonna copy it from here and paste it here, refresh it. Now you can see a smoothness effect. This is really good. I want this thing, I want to tell you about this thing. So this is very good, isn't it good? It's really, it's the power of CSS. And if you want to make this navbar in vertical order, how you can do this? It's very simple. You have to come here and set the flex direction to column, refresh your page. Now you can see it is becoming vertical navbar. So this is very amazing. Yeah, and next thing is, if you don't want this thing that it is covering the whole area, you don't want it, you want to add a content here also. So how can you do this? Now it's a little bit confusing, but it's not confusing anymore, because I'm gonna show you how you can do this. So for this purpose, I'm going to what can I do? Yeah, I can put a width here to I think so 200 pixel. Refresh it. Here you can see this is my navbar, or you can say this is my vertical navbar, and I want the content here. So how can I do this? Actually it's simple. How can I do this? I'm just putting main class here, and I'm going to wrap this UL here, and then I'm going to make another div with a class of content, and I'm going to put h1 or h3 or anything. So I'm going to put h2 here with the quick code with a paragraph of lorem 30 words. Once you refresh it, you can see this is the text appearing here, but if you want to appear it here, it's very simple. Just play with the main. This is actually your basic should strong, so you can I'm working with flex here, display flex. No, it's not working. Yeah, display flex, refresh it. Now you can see this text is here, and if you want to set its content and set the width here to maybe to 70%, refresh. And another thing that you can do is justify content to, if you don't know about this flex box, why I'm writing these all properties and not explaining those properties very much, because I have created a very lengthy video on flexbox, so you should watch this video, flexbox video. So I'm going to put a space around justify content, so it will add a space here, so it is looking good. So actually this is the power that you can do with your styling, with your works. And the last thing that you can do is you can make a fixed vertical navbar or vertical bar. how can you do this? Okay, it's totally fine. I'm going to do this for you. So first of all, I'm going to set its position here to fixed, and once I refresh it, you can see it looks like this. Now I'm going to set it top to 0 and left to 0 also. Once I refresh it, you can see this thing. But one more thing, that the text is not appearing correctly. So we can fix it with using our content class. Here is our content class. We can set a margin left to 20%. Now it's fixed. And one more thing that I can do is, if I set my content height, or if I make this content bigger and more bigger. Now once I scroll, you can see this vertical bar is fixed. So this is the power of CSS. Today you created a navbar, you created a vertical bar, you created a fixed vertical bar with different kind of styling, with before classes, pseudo classes. You are actually learning advanced things. These are known as advanced things in CSS. So I hope you enjoyed this thing. If you have any question, any query about this tutorial, you can ask me. You can feel free to ask me in comment section. I will help you there. So don't worry if you don't know. If you are a beginner, you should watch complete series. You should watch my CSS series from the start, so you can easily understood what I am saying here, what I am telling you here, what is flexbox, what is justify content, what is align items, what is positions, position fixed, why I'm using top 0, left 0. Everything I covered in CSS series. So you should watch that playlist, and I will put the description. I will put the link of my playlist in the description section, and also in a comment section also. So don't worry if you don't remember those properties. Actually, I am also one of you that I don't remember those properties. I just do a lot of practical. I have a lot of experience in CSS, in JavaScript, and in other languages. So that's why I can create any kind of layout. So it's totally up to you how you are learning. But this series is for dummies. So, but don't compare these series as basic topics. Actually, I'm covering the very advanced topics for you, and giving you very nice tips, and we are actually making good components for building good sites. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and Allah Hafiz, and see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.